Hey guys, so the video you are about to watch is chapter 1 from my recently launched course called 60 Minutes of Social Media Marketing and Advertising Strategies. This course is based on persuasive psychology with some concepts that are guaranteed to help you to grow your business. These are concepts that have been proven over and over again by research. And in this particular chapter, I'm going to be talking about one particular concept called reciprocity. I'm going to be showing you exactly what reciprocity is, how it works, and how you can actually use this concept in your own marketing to help you to get more customers, more followers, and more sales for your business. I really do hope you find a lot of value in this video. And if you do find value in this particular chapter, I guarantee you that you'll find so much more value in the other chapters. I really do hope you enjoy, and if you do, let me know by leaving your feedback at the end of this video. Enjoy. Okay, so the first concept or principle or psychological factor that I want to teach you today is this concept of reciprocity, and it's an extremely powerful concept that, if utilized well, can actually help you to grow your business significantly. Now, I'm going to be explaining to you exactly what reciprocity means. I'm going to share with you some of the key things that you need to have in order for reciprocity to work. And I'm going to share with you a couple of examples of how you have used reciprocity in your life before and probably have not realized. And I'm also going to share a practical example and application of reciprocity and how you can use it to help you to grow your business. Now, reciprocity is basically a concept that psychologists have developed a very long time ago. They have realized that as humans, we feel an innate obligation to give when we have received. You may have heard this term or phrase before: you scratch my back, I scratch yours. And that is exactly what reciprocity is. But it's a psychological factor that we basically don't have much control over. It's just an obligation that we feel inside of us that when someone does something for us, we must do something for them as well. So let's use some examples of how you may have used reciprocity in your life before without even understanding or knowing what reciprocity was. And people may have used it against you before, and you may have not even realized what has happened. So let's say, for example, you work in an office with a couple of your friends or colleagues, right? And you guys usually go to lunch every single day. But there's this one particular day in June where your colleague is swamped with work, and that colleague is not able to actually leave their desk and accompany you to lunch that day. So what you have decided to do is to actually go to lunch, and you purchase lunch for both of you, and you take that lunch back to the office and you give some of that lunch to your colleague. Now, what you have done is you have created a sense of obligation in the mind of your colleague. Now, let's say it's October, right? Or maybe August, and you are now at your desk on a particular day. You're swamped with work on this day, and your colleague is now asking you if you're ready to go to lunch, but you're not able to go to lunch. So your colleague remembers that particular day when he or she was swamped, and you went and got lunch for both of you. So now your colleague goes out, gets lunch, comes back, and gives you the lunch, and you both enjoy lunch together at your desk. So the reason why that happens is not only because your colleague is nice and you guys always support each other, it's also because your colleague felt a sense of obligation because you did it for them in the past, and now they feel as if they owe it to you to do it for you as well. And it's a real thing. It's a psychological factor. We don't really have much control, but it happens. We just feel that way inside whenever someone does something for us. Reciprocity is extremely powerful, but in order for it to work, there are a couple of key things that you must understand. Firstly, you must be the first to give. So in order for reciprocity to work in your favor, you have to be the first to give. So you have to give willingly, and now that you understand the concept, you can always use it to your advantage. So be the first to give if you want it to work. If you're not the first to give, then it's not as effective, of course. That would mean someone is actually creating an obligation against you as opposed to if you did it first. You want to be the one that creates that obligation in someone else. You want to make sure it's personalized. Using the example I just gave, of course it's personalized, right? Because that's an interaction between two people. However, let's say it was a group of people and you're trying to give something to a group of people, then it doesn't work exactly the same, right? It's not as effective as if it's personalized. So you want to make sure it's personalized. If it's something that you're doing for a group of people, you want to make sure you do it in a way where each person can feel as if you're actually doing something specific for them. And a very simple gesture, such as just saying the person's name, if it's an email you're sending to a group of people, if you can actually identify each person by their name, that makes it so much more personalized than if you just send a generic email to say, hey. And I'm going to talk a bit more about that in this example that I'm going to share here. Third thing that you want to make sure that you do in order for reciprocity to work effectively is that you want to make sure it's unexpected. Of course, if people get the sense that you're only doing them a favor because you're expecting them to do something in return for you in the future, then it's not as effective. You want to make sure that what you're doing is unexpected. So now that you have this knowledge and not many people understands this concept of reciprocity, you have the advantage, right? You can almost always make everything seem unexpected. So that's these are the three things you want to make sure that you have covered in order for reciprocity to be the most effective. But once again, very powerful concept. A lot of top marketers use reciprocity. Even companies that you interact with every single day that understands this concept use it to their advantage to get you to do things. For example, let's say you wanted to buy some fashion from Fashion Nova, right? While Fashion Nova may not be able to give you a free shirt or a free pants or to give something, a clothing item away free to every single customer, what they can do is they can create a style guide, right, with different items from their collection and say, hey, this is how these will look this summer. These are what is hot this summer. And they create a style guide, whether it be in a video or in a magazine or a PDF, something that they can distribute to many people without actually blowing their marketing budget. So that is why you'll tend to receive different videos from Fashion Nova from time to time with different style guides, or you may receive PDF with different style guides. That is basically what they're doing, right? They're now giving you that PDF or that video upfront because they're banking on this principle of reciprocity to help them to profit from you in the future. You can do the same. So let's say you have a fashion business, or any business for that matter. It doesn't have to be fashion. You can use it with any type of business. You can actually do the same. So you could create a video, or you could create a PDF, you could create a template, you could create a list, and you could actually set up a landing page on your website, or you could ask people to DM you for a copy, however you want to do it. But what you want to do is that once people go to that website, you want to make sure that they have to put their name in and their email address. So when you're actually sending them that email with the link to the video or the PDF, you can actually identify that person by name. So you can personalize the email to say, hi Jane, here's the video you signed up for with the style guide, or here's the PDF you signed up for with the style guide, or whatever it is. And that's how you can actually personalize something that is being distributed to a larger group. Personalization is extremely important in order for reciprocity to work. And this is just one example of how you can personalize reciprocity, or personalize something that you're giving away for reciprocity to work. So basically, in essence, that is the concept of reciprocity. Once again, it's extremely powerful. So you want to make sure that you're using reciprocity in your marketing and in your advertising. So once again, you could do something like this as a part of your marketing campaign, and then you could run ads against this. And then once you run ads against this, you now have these people's email, you have their name, you may have their phone number, depends on what you asked for on the form. Then you can always use that to reach out to these people to say, hey, would you like to purchase this item? Now they feel a sense of obligation to you because you have given them something for free before. So that's reciprocity. It's extremely powerful. I use it every single time. I teach this to all of my clients and they get amazing results. So I'm almost sure that if you use reciprocity in your business, in your marketing, in your advertising, you will also see some amazing results. Okay, so there you have it. I really hope you found a lot of value in this video. I want to implore you to take this concept and use it as much as possible in your marketing going forward. If you liked this video, please go ahead and drop your thumbs on this video. And if you have your... Okay, so there you have it. I really hope you found a lot of value in this video. I want to implore you to take this concept and use it in your marketing going forward. If you liked this video, please go ahead and drop your thumbs on it. And if you have any thoughts you'd like to share, go ahead and drop it in the comment section below. Once again, if you'd like to take the full course, you will find a link in the video description as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.